Jay.
At this time, please stand for the presentation of colors, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. In the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members of the audience, friends, and alumni. Welcome to the commencement exercises for the Daniel McLaughlin Therrell High School class of 2021. What a joy it is to be here to celebrate these outstanding scholars for their resilience, resolve, and relentless efforts as they have forged through the COVID-19 pandemic. As principal of this beautiful high school, I have witnessed the perseverance, the determination, the bravery, and commitment to learning demonstrated by this 61st graduating class of remarkable scholars. It is particularly a special honor to recognize the academic achievements of these scholars, not just because of the pandemic, but because the pandemic did not stop them from being bold, determined, and fearless. This global pandemic did not stop them from dreaming or from challenging their wildest dreams and making them happen. And scholars, I could not be more proud of you. It's you. It was you who decided to be an active hero in your own life and walk straight into your destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, please salute once again the 2021 graduating class of Daniel McLaughlin Therrell High School. The class of 2021 and the Daniel McLaughlin Therrell High School family would like to recognize the life of our beloved scholar, classmate, student athlete, and friend, Faison Harris. Although he is not physically here with us today, he will always be in our hearts. Please join us for a moment of silence. Thank you. I am pleased and honored to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Lisa Herring. Dr. Herring brings a servant heart and more than 25 years of experience in education with her to Atlanta Public Schools as its new superintendent. A Macon, Georgia native and graduate of both Spelman College and Georgia Southern University, Dr. Herring established her professional career by teaching in both public and private schools in urban and rural settings in South Carolina, Kentucky, Alabama, and Georgia. These experiences allow her to impact the lives of students from diverse social, economic, and ethnic backgrounds. Embracing a passionate belief that education is the greatest equalizer, Dr. Herring believes in the inner strength, power, and talent of all children. Success, she says, does not rest on where we begin in life, but how each of us maximizes our talents with purpose and pursuit. The concept is critical in serving, supporting, and educating children and future leaders. We are so privileged to have her today to address our Daniel McLaughlin-Therrell High School class of 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, Superintendent Lisa Herring.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. Indeed. Today, without question, scholars, is your big day. We celebrate the fact that you have made it to this point. You persevered and overcame unprecedented challenges so that in just a few moments, you will take the official movement to cross this stage and call yourselves proud graduates of Daniel McLaughlin-Therrell High School and Atlanta Public Schools. We are all so incredibly proud of each of you. And I am especially pleased that we are able to celebrate and honor you in this space, face-to-face, at this time as you continue on your journey. As I prepare to just briefly encourage you, I want to take a moment to leave a thought. There's a reason why we call this a commencement. While indeed it is the end of an era of your life, it is also, in so many ways, a new beginning. The beginning of the rest of your life. In the few moments that I'm here with you today, I want to leave with you this one question. As you cross into uncharted territory and begin the steps that will take you through the rest of your journey. And this question is quite simple, but it is one of the most difficult and complex questions we all tend to face within our lifetime. It oftentimes gnaws at the very essence of who we are, and for some it takes quite a bit of time simply to find an answer. The answer, however, is as unique as the talents that reside in each and every one of you. And most importantly, you hold the answer. The question is simple. What is your purpose? What is your purpose? You see, many people spend a lifetime trying to answer that question, but those who do find fulfillment, direction, drive, and peace. Fulfillment, direction, drive, and peace. Your school leaders, counselors, teachers, and mentors at Therrell have worked to instill hope in every one of you by maximizing your potential in a rigorous, relevant, and nurturing environment. We know that you are prepared and well on your way to finding your purpose. And perhaps for some, that purpose has already been discovered. When that purpose is realized, it may or may not be a national headline, and that's okay. In today's society, when you discover your purpose, it may go viral and it may not. And that too is okay. What is important is that you can identify what it is for you and the world around you, because you see, finding your purpose can improve your community, help your family and friends, or simply inspire others. Much like the audience that surrounds you this morning, we are already inspired by you, the class of 2021, you, the class that has demonstrated that you can make it through anything, be it pandemic or otherwise. The most important part of your purpose is that it maximizes who you are, your unique talents you were born with, and allows you to bring your full self into the world with confidence and clarity. So confidence and clarity, my wish for you, scholars, that I wish for you to walk this stage today with certainty about tomorrow, with the confidence of who you are, and clarity rooted in the fact that you have experienced an outstanding educational journey within Atlanta Public Schools, and a journey that is rooted and will always be rooted in love and in the sense of belonging afforded to you by all of those who surround you, parents, friends, leaders, educators, your community. I want you to walk on today as you cross this stage. Walk on knowing that you are equipped to boldly embrace the future. Walk on knowing that even one that might bring a year that might bring a pandemic or civil unrest did not stop you. Walk on knowing that you have all the tools that you need to be successful. And most importantly, walk on in your purpose as we celebrate you, the outstanding scholars, the historic scholars of the year 2021. I wish you a congratulations and much success. Be well.
Good morning, class of 2021. I am Ishay Collins, your proud Atlanta Board of Education representative for District 6 and Board Vice Chair. I stand here today along with my colleagues in awe of each and every one of you. You are a true inspiration, and you are why we are all here today. You made it to this day in the midst of challenges many of us have never witnessed in our entire lifetimes. You kept moving forward when we went virtual. You found your voice during a social justice movement that rippled across the country, and many of you even voted for the first time in what became an historic election in our state and for this nation. And on behalf of the board, I can say without a doubt, we are incredibly proud of you. In a time when the world seemed to be dividing us, you came together to support each other, whether it was virtually or in person. You showed compassion and understanding towards your classmates and your school leaders as we learned to navigate and overcome the many challenges we faced together. And those challenges will not go away after graduation. They will keep coming throughout your lifetime, but know you are ready to rise above them all. After today, some of you will go to new jobs, some to college, or to serve in the military. You may even move across the country and around the globe. No matter where you go, the future is yours for the taking, so seize it. Seize it knowing that Therrell High School not only equipped you with academics, but with perseverance and determination. Seize the future knowing that you have a strong network and an incredible legacy that is Atlanta Public Schools. Seize it knowing that you are setting the tone for those who follow you. Build a strong and resilient future for yourselves, your families, and your communities. So step out into this world and make us even prouder. Congratulations, graduates, and go Panthers.
Thank you, Dr. Herring and Ms. Collins, for those inspiring words. At this time, please allow me to introduce the members of the administrative and guidance teams of Daniel McLaughlin-Thurl High School. Assistant principals, Dr. Byron White, Dr. Terrell Awak, Dr. Sean Bethune, and Mr. LaShawn Dixon, Dean of Culture. School counselors, Ms. Tamalyn Johnson-Galloway, Mrs. Yolanda Jones, and Mr. MacArthur Randolph. Please join me in giving these individuals a round of applause. Thank you. Will all faculty and staff of Daniel McLaughlin-Thurl High School please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these professionals a well-deserved round of applause. Thank you. Also with us this morning is a special group who was instrumental in the early educational development of our graduates. Will our feeder school principals please stand when your name is called and remain standing until all principals have been called? Dr. Kristen Horton, Continental Colony Elementary School. Ms. Benita Grant, Fickett Elementary School. Ms. Kamisha Perry, Deerwood Academy. Mr. Joseph Sally, Kimberly Elementary School. And Mr. Octavius Harris, Bunch Middle School. Ladies and gentlemen, please recognize our special guests with a warm round of applause. Thank you. Today, we are so proud of the accomplishments of the alumni of this great school, and we are indeed proud of the numerous alumni that have returned to their alma mater. All alumni of Daniel McLaughlin-Thurl High School, please stand. Thank you. Please join me in giving all of our alumni a round of applause. And to my beautiful seniors, for the last 4 years, I have watched you grow from being curious ninth graders to mature 12th graders, developing into young men and young women. I have watched you navigate friendships and relationships. I've watched you fall down, and I told you to get back up and try it again. I have watched your joys and your misfortunes, your heartbreaks, and those occasions that made you smile. But more than that, I have witnessed your perseverance. When others said you couldn't do it, you proved them wrong. When you doubted yourself, you found the determination and challenged your deepest fear, and you conquered it, and now you are here. You are here in the moment that we have discussed all year long. This is the moment that signifies and defines the next step in the rest of your life. 1,389 days ago, you entered the halls of our beloved campus with all of the possibilities and dreams ahead of you. Your experience over those days have prepared you for who you will become. And over this time, you have been finding your voice and discovering your independence, and now you are ready for this next step. You now are the author of your own life, and you will pick up your own pen and write a great story of success, happiness, but you must remember your rights. Scholars, you have the right to be brilliant. You have the right to be talented. You have the right to be courageous. And you have the right to never sacrifice your integrity or your character, because once you lose it, it's hard to get it back. You have the right to believe in yourself and challenge anyone that doubts you. You have so much to give this world, and you have the right to believe in the power of you. And so as you leave the halls of Daniel McLaughlin-Therrell High School, go with the assurance that you have been armed with the knowledge and skills to meet any obstacle that life sends your way. Scholars, remember this: learning lasts a lifetime, and your journey has just begun. I love each and every one of you dearly, and best wishes for a lifetime of greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, salute our class, Daniel McLaughlin-Therrell High School, class of 2021. Thank you.
The French philosopher Michel de Montaigne remarked that his life had been filled with terrible misfortune, most of which never happened. Far too often, we live our lives worrying instead of living. I am a worrywart. When I started high school, I was worried. When I wrote this speech, I was worried. When I came to Therrell after having to transfer from my previous school, I was worried. If any of you have ever had to start over at a new school, you know the feeling. You don't know what to expect. Every high school is different. And like Phoebe from the Magic School Bus would say, at my old school, there wasn't nearly as much music. At the end of sophomore year, my mother told me that we would be moving. We had to move for my mother's health. This meant leaving behind old friends. And while my mother's well-being is and will always be of paramount importance to me, I must admit that I was saddened having to leave the people who had been a part of my support system for so long. The irony of the situation is that me and millions of other students would spend our senior year away from each other. I was worried that changing high schools halfway through would ruin my academic plans and my social life. And while there were some changes, I found myself surrounded by supportive teachers in my advanced placement classes, a school administration who consistently fosters an environment that encourages excellence. I met new people, made new friends. I joined new clubs. I didn't just survive, I thrived. I adapted to my new situation, and I'm better for it. I overcame it. That's what we all need to do. I knew when I came to Therrell that I would write about it one day. What I didn't know was that I'd be writing about it as the valedictorian and star student of the class of 2021 and a Gates Scholar. All of my worry became willpower as I excelled in my classes, was nominated for the Governor's Honors Program, scored a 4 on my AP US History exam, and a perfect 5 on my AP Language Composition exam. None of this would have been possible had I been discouraged or paralyzed by my worry. It was once unthinkable to me that I would have to leave behind people and places that were so dear to me. Yet Therrell helped me to overcome that. The rigor of my high school coursework was unimaginable to me, but Therrell helped me to endure that. And the dream of standing before you, prepared to embark upon my dream of becoming an economist, once seemed impossible to me. But Therrell helped me to achieve that. Thanks and congratulations to the D.M.Therrell graduating class of 2021.
Good morning, everyone. The last stanza of Invictus reads, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. I carry this with me no matter the circumstance. It reminds me that my shortcomings and successes largely stem from the things that I can control, my feelings and my actions. While life will certainly bring about unexpected situations, your fate is only mastered by the decisions that you make and how you carry yourself. For most of my academic career, I've always been seen as a bright kid. It seemed like things just came naturally to me, as though I was supposed to be a grade ahead. But this wasn't always the case for me. The effort that I give and the work ethic that I have now has not always been there. I had to get a taste of what it was like to really achieve something. I come from a loving household where my family on both sides have always had my back. My parents and grandparents instilled in me the philosophy of treating others how you want to be treated, and that what you give will determine what you get. My dad consistently provides me with the standard of the man that I want to become. My mom, always in her high spirits, gave me energy in those times I felt depleted. And I always know that through thick and thin, they will always be there for me. The time and effort that they've invested in me has in part come into fruition today. As I mentioned before, early in my academic career, I wasn't the best student. I was simply unmotivated. I didn't understand the purpose behind the work I was being assigned until I wanted to see what it was like to play during recess with the kids who did their work. I learned quickly that the light at the end of the tunnel is always better than being in the dark. And I began to understand my family's philosophy of getting what you give. After going outside that one time, I couldn't believe that I settled for staying in a dark room with my head down. Instead, I got to experience the liberation of running around and expending all the energy that I had been building up throughout the day. It was unimaginable that the decision that I made that day would lead to me standing here before you all. That inspires me to keep setting my goals high, because even if I don't get the result that I want, I always know that there's something to be gained out of working towards a goal. Today, May 26, 2021, I stand before you as a salutatorian of the class of 2021 at the best high school in Atlanta, D.M.Therrell High School. Ready to attend the Georgia Institute of Technology on a full academic scholarship. And most honorably, as the grandson of the late Joseph Means, who served as a mathematics teacher at Therrell from 1971 until his retirement in 1993. As my grandfather looks upon me from heaven today, I know that he is proud of me and my fellow classmates and our successful completion at the high school that he so adored. Class of 2021, this is definitely a milestone worth celebrating. But as Kobe Bryant once said, the job is not done yet. To reach our dreams and aspirations later on in life, we have to keep moving forward and become the best versions of ourselves we can possibly be. So, with that being said, I challenge the class to be somebody that makes someone else's life easier. Give all that you have every day, but give back to yourself, and don't allow the world to define you, but you define the world around you. Create your own experiences, relationships, and the best version of you, and to remember that the most enjoyable moments and recesses of life are on the other end of your determination and effort. These past 13 years have all culminated into this one day, and we can all say that we've overcome the unthinkable, completing a full school year in the midst of a global pandemic. Endured the unimaginable, witnessing the most polarizing election in recent history, and achieved the impossible, as we have defied negative statistics and perceptions, completing a full school year in the midst of one of the most racially and socially tense times in our country's history. We finally made it, and it was worth the wait. Class of 2021, we have not allowed our souls to be conquered, and we are now ready to conquer our dreams. Thank you.
We are honored to acknowledge special program awards presented in the following categories. Seniors, please stand as your category is called. International Baccalaureate Pathway Completers. Thank you. Career and Technical Education Pathway Completers. Thank you. Students who rank in the top 10% of your class. Thank you. Student government officers and senior class officers. Students attending a post-secondary school in the fall of 2021. Students who have taken advanced placement courses. Thank you. Students entering into the workforce. Thank you. Members of the National Honor Society. Thank you. Members of the National Beta Club. Thank you. Students who will join the armed forces. Thank you. Audience, please join me in saluting the scholastic achievement of these scholars by extending a round of applause. We were glad we were able to recognize our scholar-specific academic excellence at our annual Vision ceremonies. All of the accomplishments are listed in our graduation program that our scholars will receive today. We're very proud of all that you've accomplished in spite of the effects of a global pandemic. Students, when your name is called, please stand to be recognized. The Principal's Leadership Award is given to a deserving senior who displays strong leadership qualities to his or her peers in the community as well as the classroom. The Principal's Leadership Award recipients for D.M.Therrell High School are Ms. Kayla Mickens and Mr. Jonathan Walker. Thank you. The Best Attendance Award is given to the student that has maintained an outstanding attendance over the 4 academic years. The recipients of the Best Attendance Award for D.M.Therrell High School are Jalen Driscoll and Jonathan Walker. The Atlanta Journal Cup is given by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution to the best all-around student and is voted on by the faculty and staff. The Atlanta Journal Cup recipient for D.M.Therrell High School is Mr. Xavier Hewitt. The Faculty Cup represents the most outstanding senior voted on by the faculty and is the runner-up to the Atlanta Journal Cup. The Faculty Cup recipient for the D.M.Therrell High School is Mr. Eric Means, Jr. Each year, the Atlanta Board of Education permits each traditional high school to designate a valedictorian and salutatorian for each graduation class. They are chosen at the end of the first semester of the senior year based on the numerical grading system used by Atlanta Public Schools as required by the State Board of Education. The STAR program is designed to recognize high school seniors who have the highest SAT scores in their graduating class and meet all other program requirements. The valedictorian for D.M.Therrell High School is Mr. Corey Stockert. The salutatorian for D.M.Therrell High School is Mr. Eric Means, Jr. The star student for D.M.Therrell High School is Mr. Corey Stockert. Let's give all these remarkable seniors a round of applause for a job well done.
parents, family, and friends. It gives me great pleasure to present the class of 2021 to our board representative, Mrs. Ishay Collins, members of the Atlanta Board of Education, and Superintendent Dr. Lisa Herring. I hereby certify that these candidates for graduation have completed all requirements of the state of Georgia and the Atlanta Board of Education and are now eligible to receive their diplomas. Ms. Tamalyn Johnson Galloway will announce the names of the candidates for diplomas for Daniel McLaughlin-Therrell High School. At this time, will Ms. Ishay Collins and Superintendent Herring please come forward to assist with diplomas. And as we prepare to recognize our graduates, the class of 2021 would like to collectively celebrate Faison Harris and his memory. On behalf of Faision's classmates and Therrell High School family, we present his family with a token of our love and respect. Will the family of Faison Harris please come forward?
Wait till they come off the stage. You can't do nothing just yet. Javier Crawford. Jada Grant. Jamila Jackson. I need somebody to give me the cards. One of them need to come over to give me the cards. Genesis Kennedy. Malachi Lee. Kayla Mickens. Corey Stockard. Where do you want me when they get to what point on the stage you want me to come? Right halfway. Eric Means. Desiree Jones. Then let's start with Crystal. Jahari Johnson. Xavier Hewitt. Crystal Franks. Marianne Baker. Jonathan Walker. Mariama Ducare.
Zapata Cox Jr. You're going to have to do them faster than that. Just slide them up here. Slide them up here like that. So I can know ahead of time in case I can't say somebody's name. Alnisha Collier. Jada Bradfield. Asatu Ba. Ibrahim Balde. Nashana Bay. Colby Barnwell. Say your last name. Destiny Armour. Chris Emmanuel Aguzi. How do you say your last name? Wannalee Webb. Khadijah Taiwa. Tanaya Alston. Jemiah Alexander. Brianna Evans. Janae Daniels. Anaya Carter. Nakaya Calhoun Knighton. Okay, say your last. Sanganez. Oscar Castaneda Sanganez. Najela Clark. Taylor Duran. Brittany Cruz. Jasmine Crumbly. Tamaya Brathwaite. Okay. Tamaya Brathwaite. Friana Bostic. Mylon Daniel. It's Harold, not Harrell. Tyria Harrell. Anaya Harris. Terry Hood III. Teflon Barnwell. Elijah Glass. Jarvis Ford Jr. Maya Jones. Bryant Grimes. Emmanuel Harris, class of 2014, will receive a posthumous diploma for Faison Harris. He went to the bathroom. I'm gonna let him have his thing. Stephen Farmer. Giannis Fisher. Jaden Driscoll. Cameron Clayton. Demaya Jones. Oscar Ballestero. Micaiah Hall. Robbie and Hogan. Quentin Hilburn. Malik Hall. Anaya Martin. Farasha Garrett. Cheyenne Griffin. Nasir Brown. Altasia Franklin. Tamaria Foster. Aisha Goldsby. Tavarius Lindsay. Brandon Lupo Jr. Curtis Larry. Michaela King. Corey Norwood. Terrence Noble Jr. Michaela North Massey. Tadeja Johnson. Joseph Johnson. Norris Harper Jr. Lauren Hill, Jalen Henderson, Eric Hines, DeAndre Morris, Yasmin Mitchell, Kewan Murray, Stanley Moore Jr., Josiah Smith, Kenneth Scherer, Ian Skyers II, Autumn Randall, really? Jaslyn Jackson, Joshua Jones, Kentavious Jordan, Kenneth Jordan, Niari Jones, Javon Shan, Taylor Sappington, Jordan Richards Noenko, Siobhan Vargas, Willie Usher Jr., Micah Tyler, Takara Thompson, Zamira Mack, Destiny McCullough, Taria McKibben, Jamari McNabb, Craig Jackson, Anthony Laster, Alexandria Thompson, Tiana Tillery, Gabrielle Young, Asia Thomas, Brianna Zentino, Quavon Winston, Jemiah Wilson, Kentrell Patterson, Deasia Price, Nashay Price, Xavier Mackey, Kavaris Mitchell, Cortez Miller, Dontavius Williams, Nathaniel Williams John, Destinice Williams, Stephanie Alcacir Campuzano, Kyla Walker, Xavion Reed, Caleb Austin, Caden Tooks, Abdul Rahman Sai, Lorenza Starr III, Osmond So, Nija Respris, Saray Ray, Isaiah Pope, Christopher Mickens II, Austin Jeffrey, Anaya Warthen, Tatiana Watley, Shatirka Watts, Alexandria Wiley, Taylor Powell, Kiara Walls, Layla Ward, Keyshawn Ward, Landon Tolbert, Tion Thomas, Joyce Taylor, Blanca Teodoro Abelino,
D.M.Therrell, class of 2021. I did it a little too early. They're still walking. So I'm just waiting. Class of 2021, your principal has verified that you have completed all the requirements set forth for graduation by the state of Georgia and the Atlanta Board of Education. By the power vested in me by the Atlanta Board of Education, I hereby certify you as graduates of the class of 2021.
At this time, Jonathan Walker, senior class president, will come for the turning of the tassel.
Okay. So can I say after me? Okay, everybody. After me, we're gonna do THS, okay? Y'all ready? Let's do it. THS.
Good job. All graduates and guests, please join us for the singing of the alma mater.